This is the initial rehab. So the first part of the rehab that you're going to do if you've got, say, a broken wrist. Obviously I don't, so I'm not in a cast, but if you were in a cast, these are the things that we're going to do. So this is within comfort and depends on how far up your casts go. First off is, as often as you can during the day, just wiggle the fingers as much as is comfortable. If you have a cast that goes all the way up to the top of your fingers, just wiggle them further back as you can. None of this should be too painful, just go with what is tolerable, depending on where or how much you've fractured, so you can slide and glide those tendons a bit without moving that fracture too much. So just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle as much as is tolerable. And then what we're going to do is as much as you can with your fingers. So you're going to do some spreading them apart, bringing them back together. Just do this for, say, a minute or so. And then if you've got more room and your cast allows, we're going to do some tendon glide exercises as well. It doesn't hurt too much. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're just going to bend just at the knuckles. So just a nice flat, like a muppet, and then come back up. So you do like 10 of these or so, nice and slow. And then we're just going to focus on bending the top parts of the fingers. So I'm not making a fist here, not yet. I'm just bending the top part of the fingers. Again, 10 of these, do as best as you can. And then after that, we're going to just bend down at the knuckle again, the 90 degrees, and then bend down the other joints up here. So you're not quite making a fist like that, you're just kind of like folding the hand over. So again, just folding the fingers over like that. 10 times, and then try to make as much of a fist as you can, 10 times. Other than this, another thing that you can do is if that's too uncomfy, you can just place your hand in front of your fingers, and what you're going to do is you're gently going to press your fingers as if you're going to be bending them just into your other hand. Just press as hard as is comfortable until you start feeling a little bit of pain. Ideally there's no pain. And then you want to do that in the opposite direction, so bending the fingers back. So hand on the back, and I'm just pressing into my good hand to try and bend those fingers back, but obviously they're not moving. So with this, we're kind of activating that muscle, but it's not actually going to move because we're preventing it by holding the fingers with the other hand. As well, what's good to do is just, keep your elbows moving as well. So just throughout the day, do some elbow movements. You might not really want to be doing these ones just yet. If you find that comfortable, go for it. But especially if you've broken really close to that wrist joint, that might be a really uncomfy movement. And then don't forget your shoulders. Do some nice shoulder rolls as well. Some nice arm stretches as well. Do as much movement as you can in as many ways as you can think of. And then also some neck movement as well, especially if you've been having to wear a sling. Just some nice neck rotations. Also, what you can do with the other hand is some strengthening stuff. So if you've got, say, a stress ball or something else like one of those hand strengthening toys, you can give that one a squish. Just do that throughout your day as much as you can. Even though you're training the other hand, you get a 10% crossover effect. So that actually will help this hand heal. So that's stuff to start off with.